Hi YouTube, this is Nolan again. Just checking in to show you guys how I fixed my Mini Cooper key after my Mini emblem fell out of it. Notice in this picture the top key is the factory key. The two bottom keys are purchased from China. They're about $6 each on eBay. They're a little bit different but almost identical, and they are made by the exact same company that makes the Mini Cooper key. I just imagine they didn't want to sell them for some reason to the public. The factory key, you have to remove a push pin to remove the metal from it, as where the Chinese keys, the blanks there, they are molded directly into the key. However, I bought the bottom one to grind it and to see how exactly the blank went in, which it's an exact identical to the factory one. It's just not cut. And it doesn't use a metal push pin. It actually uses just plastic molded through the head of the key in order to mold it all in one piece. I went ahead and bought another one, which is the middle key there. Now what the plan is, and you'll see it in the next photo, is I'm going to hold the factory key blank up to, the factory key, the one that's already been cut. I'm going to hold that up to the blank, decide where I need to drill a hole, and then I'm going to drill a very small hole through the backside of the new key blank. That will give me room to put the push pin in, and afterwards we should just have a very small hole present. The back of the factory key versus the aftermarket key is almost identical, except again you'll notice when you purchase it there's a slight difference, and that's where we're going to be drilling today. In the next picture again I'll show you where exactly we're going to drill. Once our hole is drilled, make sure to push the pin in firmly, but also you want to make sure that when you're drilling that hole, don't let the drill bit wander. Make sure you choose an appropriate size drill bit, because this is a friction fit, a pressed fit pin, so you'll want to get pretty close to the original factory size, or maybe even a hair smaller depending on what drill bits you have. Also, you want to make sure that when you move the circuit board over, the circuit board will fit fine, but you also want to make sure on the case, the back side of the case, the portion that you have to remove, that has the actual chip for the car. That chip allows the vehicle to start for the immobilizer system, so you want to make sure that that chip gets ported over as well, and that's simply you pry it out with a very small screwdriver and you know, push it into the new backing for the new key. This is an excellent way to save yourself a bunch of money rather than having a new key cut. So give it a shot. It'll only cost you $5 if you ruin it. In this picture you'll notice that I have loaded the new key blank into the bench vise. You'll notice I did, like I mentioned earlier, I did take apart a key in order to determine like if the metal portion of it was still the same as the factory one, which it is. This is the metal piece that I removed from one of the key blanks. I'm going to hold that up to the key that I want to drill. You could also do this with the factory one too, now that you know how to take it apart and such, but I wanted to know how the aftermarket one came apart, which it turns out was the exact same method. We'll lay the blank on top of it and then just use, you know, the little orange pick in the background, for example, to scratch a small mark. It actually lands perfectly in between these two grooves. We're going to drill a hole, not all the way through, of course, just to a partial depth. We're going to yank on that plastic there and see if we can work it off. Once the key blank has been removed, it's as simple as putting the factory metal key into the new head and then pushing the pin in. And you can push a pin in with any small little screw or something, anything that can push it from behind. Once it's all done, it'll look something like this next one. This is a photo of the back of the key. I took this photo a few weeks later because I forgot to take it at the time of the install, but there you'll notice the metal push pin seated firmly in the key, and I've been using it at least for several weeks now, and it has not failed. It hasn't gotten loose at all, so it's been definitely good. I ordered another one to do my spare key because that one also had the Mini Cooper emblem break out of it as well. So good luck, guys, and feel free to leave any comments. I appreciate it. Thanks.